Hello everyone, as we finish with the full history of BMW, Brabus and Mercedes-Benz, which you can check by pressing the top right corner. And by the way, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. In the world of sports cars, the letter S is reserved by Audi, the R is for Volvo, and the F is for Lexus, and the letter N belongs to Hyundai. Well, probably the first one to start naming its fastest models was BMW with the letter M. As we all heard of these models, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, and M8. These BMW M models excite many car enthusiasts, just as we know about the colors of the M logo. But the question is, where did they come from and who created the trademark? So let's get into the full history of it and find out together in this video. Every great success story has a myth attached to it, and the same is true for the BMW M logo and colors. BMW Motorsport, or the BMW M division as it is called today, began its history in 1972 with just 35 employees. BMW M GmbH was founded in 1972 as a business unit for the sporty products of the BMW brand. At that time, the official name was the still BMW Motorsport GmbH. It wasn't until 1993 that it became BMW M GmbH. The newly created sports cars division was meant to combine and professionalize BMW's racing activities under a single corporate identity. To bring all the elements for all of it was to be a crisp color scheme. Designer Seahouse was the part of the team in charge of it, and he was the one who created the BMW M colors of blue, violet, and red. Blue stands for BMW, red for motorsport, and violet for the unique combination of the two. Mark Thiesberger, car and racing historian for BMW Group Classic, can draw on various archive sources and recorded recollections from those who were there. According to his understanding of the color combination, the blue stands for BMW, the red was likely inspired by Texaco, and the violet was chosen as the blend of the two. When asked about the story behind Texaco, he says, "It is very likely that the red in the BMW Motorsport color scheme represented Texaco, despite the fact that sponsoring negotiations with the company broke down at the end of 1972 and the deal never came to be." Thiesberger considers the reasonable due to the fact that Seahouse had already incorporated the Texaco logo into the new racing car designs in 1972, as backed up by various design drawings in the BMW Group archives. This was at a time when BMW was participating in racing events with the support of Castrol, whose logo is the familiar green. According to Thiesberger, it was unusual to add the red just as the negotiations with Texaco were beginning, but could perhaps have been an attempt to win the company over. Seahouse's colleague Manfred Rennen also claimed to have been involved in the design of the logo colors, although Thiesberger notes that there are no historical documents to verify this. While Jochen Nierspach confirmed this enduring Texaco legend, Rennen denied that Texaco had played a role in the color scheme. Former racing director of BMW Jochen Nierspach claims Seahouse also chose these colors because of the good differentiation in the black and the white photos. According to BMW M itself, blue stands for BMW, red for motorsport, and violet for the unique combination of the two. If you replace purple with dark blue, this still holds true today. The tricolor M logo quickly found its way into the racing cars of various modern work. BMW M ensured BMW dominated various European touring car championships in the 70s, winning multiple titles, along with taking a notable victory in an infamous Nürburgring 6 Hours in 1973. This was all thanks to the first car developed by BMW M, the legendary 3.0 CSL, aka the Batmobile, a nickname adopted thanks to the car's striking aerodynamic styling. By the late 70s, it was clear that BMW M knew a thing or two about creating championship-winning racing cars. After dominating on track, BMW M thought they may as well have to go at beating their competition when it came to the road cars as well. According to Nierspach, external graphic designer Peter Mendel was responsible for the vehicle's final design in the cooperation with the BMW design and Rennen. To this day, the performance cars in the racing division still sport the renowned M colors in various sizes and designs. What is often forgotten is that the BMW M blue, violet, and red color scheme has been around much longer than the combination of these colors and the M itself. Whereas the colors were used from the 1973 BMW M series onwards, it wasn't until 1978 that the letter M was incorporated into the logo with the launch of the BMW M1, the first car to be developed by BMW M GmbH. The very first BMW road car to be blessed with the now iconic BMW M badge was in fact supercar, ingeniously named the BMW M1. Launched in 1978, the M1 is the only ever mid-engine M car. It featured supercar looks and performance, and it was also supercar expensive, costing over €2,000 more than a Ferrari BB12 of the same era. The 273 horsepower M1 could hit 62 miles per hour in just 5.6 seconds, topping out at 161 miles per hour. Incidentally, Lamborghini was due to build the BMW M1, but the financial commitments elsewhere they pulled out of the project. BMW M therefore built the M1, their first ever M car. Since then, the tricolor scheme and the M have always been used together on all BMW M vehicles. BMW has been using the BMW logo, including variations on segments in concentric circles, since 1973. According to Joe Shen Nearspatch, the design of this initial BMW Motorsport emblem originated from Swiss graphic design agency Muller. The legendary logo, used since 1978, featuring the three stripes leaning against the M, is intended to emphasize the speed and dynamism of the BMW M series. Over the years, the design of the M logo and the M stripes has been carefully refined, with the color purple changed to dark blue. For example, the most recent update to a corporate design was made in March 2020. Since then, the BMW M communication logo has been sporting its new look solely for brand communication. It is now two-dimensional as opposed to three and features four colors: light blue, dark blue, red, and a white M. Let's Go Crazy was a #1 hit by music icon Prince in the 80s. BMW must have had the song playing on repeat in the office, as they too went crazy and released three epic M cars during this era. The first one, which was the M635 CSI. The E24 6 series may have been born in the late 70s, but BMW M created the M635 CSI in the early 80s. North American and Japanese spec cars were simply badged M6. It took just over 6 seconds to reach 62 miles per hour thanks to 3.5-liter straight 6 lifted from the M1 supercar, albeit with the new modifications. GT Coupe styling and the iconic shark nose front end ensure the M6 is undoubtedly one of the prettiest M cars ever produced. And how can we forget that BMW launched the first M5, the birth of the legendary super salon? With a tad under 280 horsepower, the E28 M5 was properly Schnell. If you look up legendary in the dictionary, it might really say BMW M3. This performance icon was born in the 80s, and without any doubt, it was one of the greatest names in the performance car history. And it all started with the iconic boxy wide arched German perfection known as the BMW E30 M3. Built so BMW could go and beat its German neighbors on the racetrack, just like the 3.0 CSL did back in the 70s. The E30 M3 was built for homologation purposes, with the 200 horsepower later increasing up to 235 horsepower, and thanks to the E30 lightweight, the E30 M3 did indeed dominate on a track and was also superb on the road. The M5 E28 debuted in 1985. It is often confused with the M535i, which has the same body but is weaker, 290 horsepower versus 185 horsepower, and more than 4 times rarer, 2,191 units versus 9,483 units. Aside from the M1, this is the first BMW model that doesn't have the engine's capacity indicated on it, implying that there is no more powerful model than this. It was unheard of that 4-door sedan was more potent than Ferrari 328 with the V8. Drivers had their blood boiling knowing how much this BMW had in common with the Group 5 engines, which were able to generate 900 horsepower. Of course, it was cheaper than the same Ferrari, only by 11%. The first M5 models were handmade on the 535i chassis, and the M88-3 engine was taken over from the M1. This is how the fastest serial sedan was born at that time. The European and South African versions did not have a catalytic converter that limits the capacity to 256 horsepower, which is mounted on models for the US and Canada. Interestingly, BMW did not expect car demand to exceed 2,000 units. Due to the growing volume, some M5 buyers have sued the company for producing more cars than they had promised, and they won $4,000 in compensation. Car testers have noticed that the M5 E28 rides like the real classic rear-wheel drive car. It is lengthy, yet so easy to corner, and it is proud to be such a judging by today's standards. It is most impressive how soft the suspension of M5 E28 is, however, with the weakest point being in the brakes. Although the BMW M3 was based on the standard 3 Series, only 4 body parts remained the same: the hood, roof panel, sunroof, and interior door sections. Everything else has been redesigned to give the car better aerodynamics. Along with the numerous improvements to the chassis, the clutch-type limited slip LSD differential was introduced, but the coupe still weighed just over 1 ton. During the period 1986 to 1991, 17,184 coupes and only 786 convertible models were manufactured. The high-revving 2.3-liter engine came in several modifications: 195 horsepower, 200 horsepower, and 215 horsepower. and also featured a 238 horsepower 2.5-liter Sport Evolution version, which had 600 units released in 1990. It is the only M series to have a 4-cylinder engine. All subsequent M3 models had a 6-cylinder or V8 engine under the hood. However, the modest number of cylinders in the M3 E30 did not prevent it from becoming the biggest engine in the M series. Many car testers have highlighted the unusual feature of the M3 E30. The rear-wheel drive proved to be as safe as the car was front-wheel drive. The outstanding control features and reliability were likely to be the main reasons for the success of M3 E30. With victories in various countries, circuit championships, even the 1987 Tour de Corse, or in various 24-hour races, BMW has helped to create the image of dominant car, which later generations needed to maintain at a decent level. In many events, the M3 E30 was crowned as the best sports car of all time. The origin of the BMW M Colors is a multifaceted tale. What do we know is that BMW designer Wolfgang Seehaus played a leading role, and that BMW designer Manfred Renen was at very least involved in designing the stripes. The Muller graphic design agency was responsible for creating the BMW M emblem, while the final stripes for vehicles came from design studio Pierre Mendel. In short, therefore, the logo was something of a collaborative effort. Nowadays, it's not the only car enthusiast who recognize that the M logo has represented the BMW's sportiest model for decades. Harnessing true motorsport DNA, BMW M cars offer incredible performance, fine dynamics, and pure driving nirvana while still keeping hold of the all-important traditional BMW comfort and luxury. That is it, we came to an end for another great car brand history. Leave a comment on which BMW M series is your favorite. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to leave a like and subscribe. Bye bye!